I froze in the doorway, my hand still on the knob, as a voice drifted from the bedroom like a whisper meant for someone else's ears. "I can't keep doing this to him," she said, her tone laced with a guilt I'd never heard before. The phone was pressed to her cheek, and she didn't see me, didn't know I'd come home early from the office, dodging the rain that now pounded against the windows like accusations. My heart slammed in my chest, a cold dread pooling in my gut. Who was him? And why did her words feel like the first crack in the foundation of our 10-year marriage? Sarah and I had built a life together, one that seemed unbreakable. We met in college, two kids from broken homes who swore we'd do it better. She was the artist, with her wild curls and paint-streaked hands, always dreaming up murals for our tiny apartment walls. I was a steady one, the accountant who balanced the books in her chaos. "You're my anchor," she'd say, curling into me on the couch after a long day. But lately, that anchor felt like it was dragging us both under. Small things at first, her phone buzzing at odd hours, text she dismissed as work stuff. I'd chalked it up to her new job at the gallery, the late nights curating exhibits. Denial is a warm blanket, isn't it? Until it starts to smother you. That evening, after hanging up abruptly when she spotted me, she flashed a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Hey, babe, you're soaked. Let me get you a towel." Her voice was too bright, too rehearsed. We sat down to dinner, pasta she'd thrown together, the kind with fresh basil that used to make our kitchen smell like summer. But the air was thick now, heavy with unspoken questions. "How was your day?" I asked, forcing casualness. She twirled her fork, avoiding my gaze. "Busy. Met with a new client. He's got this amazing collection, abstract that just speak to you." The word hung there, innocent enough, but it pricked like a thorn. I nodded, swallowing the lump in my throat. "Sounds great. Tell me more." She did, rambling about colors and strokes, but her laugh was off, a half-beat too late. Suspicion crept in like fog over the next weeks. I'd wake to find her side of the bed empty, her silhouette by the window, typing furiously on her phone. "Can't sleep?" she'd murmur, slipping back under the covers. One night, I pretended to doze off and glanced at her screen, just a glimpse of a message. "Miss you already. Tomorrow." My stomach twisted. Who was this? I told myself it was nothing, a friend, maybe her sister. But denial cracked when I found the receipt in her coat pocket. Dinner for two at that fancy bistro downtown, the one we'd saved for anniversaries. The date? Last Thursday, when she'd said she was working late. Alone. I confronted her gently at first, over coffee one morning. The sun filtered through the blinds, casting stripes across the table like prison bars. "Sarah, is everything okay? You've been distant." She set her mug down, her green eyes meeting mine with a flicker of something. "Regret? What do you mean? I'm right here." Her hand reached for mine, but it felt cold, performative. "It's just work stress. The gallery's demanding more. I love you, you know that." I wanted to believe her. God, I did. We made love that night, desperate and raw, as if physical closeness could mend the widening rift. But even then, her mind seemed elsewhere, her size not quite for me. The clues piled up, each one a dagger twist. A whiff of unfamiliar cologne on her scarf. A hotel keycard slipped into the laundry basket, quickly explained as from a business trip I forgot to mention. I started checking her phone when she showered, not proud of it, but desperation makes monsters of us all. Messages from Alex, vague at first, then intimate. "Last night was incredible. Can't wait to feel your hands again." My world tilted. Alex, the client with the abstracts. I pieced it together. Late nights at the gallery, whispered calls, the way she'd glow after meetings. Betrayal wasn't a thunderclap. It was a slow poison, seeping into every memory. Anger simmered beneath the heartbreak, a fire I kept banked. I loved her still, loved the way she'd hum Ofki in the shower, the note she'd leave on the fridge. "You're my forever." But trust? That was shattering, shard by shard. I denied it longer than I should have, replaying our vows in my head. In sickness and in health, for better or worse. Was this the worst? Or something irreparable? The revelation came on a stormy Friday, the kind where thunder rattles the windows like fate knocking. I'd followed her, hated myself for it, to a cafe across town. There she was, laughing with him, tall, artistic type with a beard and easy charm. They leaned in close, her hand on his arm, the intimacy screaming what words couldn't. I watched from the car, rain blurring the windshield like tears I couldn't shed. When she came home, I was waiting in the living room, the lamp casting long shadows. "Sarah," I said, voice steady despite the storm inside. "Who's Alex?" She froze, bag slipping from her shoulder. "What? How? Doesn't matter. Just tell me." The denial came first, reflexive. "He's a client. Nothing more." But her eyes betrayed her, darting away. I pressed, voice rising. "I saw you. Today. With him." Silence stretched, thick and suffocating. Then, the collapse, tears streaming. She sank onto the couch. It started as nothing, a flirtation. But he gets me, in ways. God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Heartbreak clawed at me, raw and unrelenting. How long? 6 months. 6 months of lies, of shared beds tainted. Anger surged. Why? Was I not enough? She sobbed, reaching for me, but I pulled back. You were. But with him, I feel alive again. Free. I love you, but I don't know if it's enough anymore. The words hung, poison in the air. If you had to choose, I whispered, dreading the answer, me or him. She looked up, eyes shattered. I'd never choose you again. Not like this. The world stopped. Suspicion confirmed, trust obliterated. I felt the anger crest, then ebb into a hollow ache. Without a word, I stood, grabbed my coat, walked to the door. "Wait," she called, voice breaking. "Please." But I didn't. The rain hit me like absolution as I stepped out, the door clicking shut behind me, final, irrevocable. Months later, the divorce papers signed. I sit in a new apartment, echoes of her laughter haunting the empty spaces. Heartbreak lingers, a scar that aches on rainy days. But in walking away, I chose myself. Trust, once broken, can't be mended with apologies. And sometimes, silence is the loudest goodbye. She taught me that love isn't enough without fidelity. I wonder if she regrets it, if Alex was worth the ruin. But I don't look back. Forward is the only direction left.